Hi, Jules Cruise Companion. We're rolling up to a big island. This is not Mystery Island. This is the mainlandish type one where the people live. Mystery Island has no inhabitants. So the land has only just come into view. It's now 7 o'clock-ish, so we don't have to start gathering for our short excursion till about 8 and get off about 9. So we're not there, but we're almost there to Mystery Island, and the mystery is where we're going to get on. It's been a bit hit and miss lately with infrastructure issues, as well as weather, either rough weather or the wind. Mystery is, are we going to get on? And I suspect it is a yes today. So today I'm going on a ship excursion on Mystery Island. So I'm going to be going on the fire walking and the custom magic tour. I have to meet at the Luminosa Theatre at 8 a.m. for a departure time at 9. One adult, and this is me. So I'll take that off my magnet. I'll collect my card and I'll put it into my backpack. Nice and safe. So the other thing I have in my backpack is my government issued ID with some currency in small notes. I also do have a Visa credit card. Inside here I have my power pack because I don't want to run out of energy for my phone. I have my additional sunscreen. We didn't need that yesterday because of the rain. And just to keep yourself moist, something to avoid a chapped lip. A little bit of extra that I didn't take yesterday was some medication. When you are having a port day, a document like this will come into your mailbox, which is just outside your door. And so this is, we're off to Mystery Island, and it's about the shuttle, which I call a tender. And basically it gives you some information, and it says about the guests with Carnival Excursions go to Luminosa Theatre Deck 2 and just wait, and when we're told, go to the gangplank. Guests without a shore excursion can go, but go at 7 a.m. to the Ocean Plaza and pick up a little ticket, which is basically relates to a time slot on average that you would anticipate to be getting on your tender. But people said yesterday that by the time they got there at 8 o'clock, all of the good ones had gone, or the early ones had gone, so they were having to wait until approximately 10 or 10:45 to be able to get off the boat. But it says that during this busier time between 9 and 10, there is going to be an additional wait. So it gives you a warning about that. It also indicates that people with mobility issues, they have to be able to take a few steps to get onto the tender, but the motorised buggies will not be able to go onto the shuttle, unfortunately. So these islands are not good for people with super mobility issues. If you have a four-wheel walker, for example, that'll probably be okay, but it's these motorised heavier ones that the attendants would not be able to assist you getting that machine onto the tender. It gives you a couple of warnings here about in relation to the cell phone. So if you're using your phone as your clock, I always set it to manual when I'm on these travels so it doesn't go pear-shaped for me. And the last tender is 4:15, but if you are late and you do hear these blasts, because you can hear the ship on these smaller islands, make your way really promptly down to the wharf area. Take your sail and sign, if that's your on and off, but also your government issued ID. You know, I do passport, that's just me, you do UBU, and so you could just do a driver's license as long as it's got a photo. But the most important part of this document is this one just down here. So in case of emergency, it's always got the contact number of the local peer authority, the local person who'd be able to help you in case of an emergency. And of course you wouldn't have your cell phone, for example. You wouldn't have a phone. So just ask a local to give this number a call for you or borrow their phone. Take a photo of this. You don't have to necessarily carry this little piece of paper with you all the time, but take a photo of this so that you've got it in case of emergency. So this is a shore excursion day and I'm going to go to Mystery Island, but I'm going to give you one handy hint that I do when I am on a port day. Shh, don't tell anybody about it because it can be our secret. So when you get back to your amazing room, mine would have been tidied by then by the attendant. What I do at breakfast, I go and I get some additional pastries. And so when I get back to the cabin, I don't have to rush out immediately. I've got a little bit of a snack when I come back. And the other thing I do is I carry this insulated cup and I go fill it with orange juice and I'll put that in the fridge. So when I get back from a shore excursion, I don't have to rush. I don't have to do anything. I can just, have my shower, turn myself around. I don't have to rush up to the buffet because I have brought some of these pastries and I will leave them in the fridge and they'll be perfect for me for when I get back. I went to the Luminosa Theatre and didn't have to wait long before we headed down towards the gangway.
4:15, last water shuttle back to the ship. So whatever you guys do, enjoy your time after the excursion is done, but we'll see you back 4:15, last water shuttle back to the ship.
Proceeding down the stairs, down to the gangway to get onto the tender or shuttle. You just have to have your sail and sign card ready to be scanned off for security.
Thank you, miss.
And follow the directions of the crew.
Thank you, sir.
And they will guide you to where you need to go so that you can get onto the tender.
Jen, you're in the spot again, darling.
Yeah, I think I just sleep here.
Yay. Thanks, sweetie. I think I should have brought my raincoat. Morning, morning. Thank you kindly. Whee! Okay. First on the boat, I can be near the driver. Hello, Captain.
After a safe number of passengers have been boarded onto the tender, we proceed over towards Mystery Island. The tender ride is only about 15 minutes, depending on how the tides are going. And it's such a beautiful island with a new pier. Other passengers wait their turn respectfully as we just proceed off the tender onto the steps and stairs that lead up onto the pier. People with mobility aids would probably struggle with the amount of steps and stairs that are required, but I did see that there was a wheelchair up here. Whether that's for emergencies or not, I'm not sure. There is a lot of walking involved on Mystery Island. It's only a very small island that you can walk around completely in about 20 to 30 minutes if you're not rushing. So welcome to Mystery Island, an absolutely beautiful piece of paradise. Moving over to the meeting point for the excursions, you can hear the locals singing a welcome song.
Welcome to Vanuatu. Welcome to Welcome to Mystery Island, the island of love.
Look for two other videos that I will do for Mystery Island, and one of them is about the use of the coconut and the other one is the fire walking. This is an absolutely magical island to visit. Don't forget to bring small cash money for purchases, and if you want to give donations for school supplies, etc., there's a space for you to do that here on the island.